Hey there, I'm Benjamin from Loves Data. In this video, we'll cover the new Google Analytics 4 dimensions you can use to report on your inbound marketing performance. You'll learn all about the manual campaign, manual source, manual medium, and other manual acquisition dimensions. Plus, we'll cover the new manual report and the source platform, creative format, and marketing tactic tags. The new manual acquisition dimensions and report are focused on the UTM tags you use to track your custom inbound marketing into Google Analytics. If you're unfamiliar with UTM tags, they let you track your email campaigns, non-Google Ads campaigns, and other custom campaigns. Let's look at an example. We're looking at the Google Analytics URL builder, and this is an example of a URL that has had UTM tags added. This URL, along with the UTM tags, allows us to track traffic coming to the website from paid ads on a social network. We can see there are a number of UTM tags. There's UTM_campaign, which tracks the name of the marketing campaign. There's UTM_source and UTM_medium, which track the source and medium. This lets you understand where the message was seen and how the message was communicated. There's UTM_content to understand which ad version was clicked. And UTM_ID, which is the identifier for the campaign. So this is an example of a URL with UTM parameters. If you'd like to learn how to set up and use UTM tags, I've included a link to my dedicated tutorial in the description below this video. Once you're tracking your custom inbound marketing, you can use the dimensions and report we'll look at. Let's head to Google Analytics to check out the manual acquisition dimensions. To find the manual acquisition dimensions, let's head to Explore. And let's select the option to create a new exploration report from scratch. I'm going to adjust the date range for the report. Now let's click the plus sign next to Dimensions. And let's search for Campaign. We can now see all of the dimensions we can use to report on our campaigns. The dimensions under Attribution let you view how people are finding your website based on the conversions and attribution model configured for your property. And the dimensions under Traffic Source let you view how people are finding your website for each of their sessions and when they first visit your website. Let's enable Session Campaign under Traffic Source. And let's also enable Session Manual Campaign Name. Now let's click Import on the top right corner. Now let's click the plus sign next to Metrics. And let's search for and enable sessions. And click Import. Now let's double-click Session Manual Campaign Name and Session Campaign to add the dimensions to our report. And let's double-click Sessions to add this to our report too. We can now compare the difference between the two dimensions. The manual acquisition dimensions, like the Session Manual Campaign Name we can see here, let us focus on the values collected from our UTM tags. So rows 9 and 10 under the Session Manual Campaign Name column are showing us the values collected from the campaign tag, while the Session Campaign dimension includes both UTM tags and campaigns automatically tracked, so our Google Ads campaigns are also included. So depending on the analysis you want to perform, you can choose from the different acquisition dimensions to change the focus of your report. And apart from the Session Manual Campaign Name, you can also use additional manual dimensions in your report too. Let's click the plus sign next to Dimensions again. And search for Manual. This lets you find all of the other manual dimensions you can use in your report. Remember, the main difference between the manual acquisition dimensions and the other dimensions is that the manual dimensions focus on traffic coming from the inbound links you've tagged with UTM parameters. Okay, now let's cover the new manual report. Let's head back to Google Analytics. To find the new manual report, let's navigate to Reports. Now let's select Acquisition, and then Overview. Scrolling down, the last card shows us sessions by session manual source. So to view the new manual report, we click View Manual Campaigns. We're now looking at the new report. And selecting the default dimension above the table lets us switch to one of the other manual acquisition dimensions. This also reveals 3 new UTM tags we can use in our reports. These are Source Platform, Creative Format, and Marketing Tactic. These are additional UTM tags you can use to collect even more information into Google Analytics about your campaigns. Let's head to Google Analytics Help to learn more about these UTM tags. This help article outlines the different UTM tags we can use to track our inbound marketing. And scrolling down, we can see UTM_source_platform. This is designed to track the platform responsible for directing the traffic to our website. We can also see UTM_creative_format, which is designed to distinguish the different types of ads we're running, and UTM_marketing_tactic, which is designed to complement the campaign name parameter, allowing us to report on the overarching targeting we're using for the campaign. So there are a range of tags we can use to report on the performance of our campaigns in Google Analytics. Are you using the manual acquisition report and dimensions? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. To learn more about tracking and reporting on your inbound marketing campaigns, I've included links to extra resources in the description below this video. And to stay up to date and learn even more about Google Analytics, please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.